too late to tell me how you feel. We've got all day, so show me what is real. 'Cause I don't play no games. This could be the real deal, right here, you and me. So tell me we're on to something, baby, don't leave me hanging. Giving you all my loving, but how am I supposed to know if you feel the same way, or if you want me to stay? Baby, just give me something. How am I supposed to know? We've got all this time, so stop wasting mine. We've got all this time. How am I supposed to know? Supposed to know. I wanna know all the things you believe, your highs and lows, and everything in between. When you pull me close, that's where I wanna be, right here, you and me. Tell me we're on to something, baby, don't leave me hanging. Giving you all my loving, but how am I supposed to know if you feel the same way, or if you want me to stay? Baby, just give me something. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? It's not too late to tell me how you feel. We've got all day, so show me what is real. 'Cause I don't play no games. This could be the real deal, right here, you and me. So tell me we're on to something, baby, don't leave me hanging. Giving you all my loving, but how am I supposed to know if you feel the same way, or if
You're right. You would have never guessed. We're talking about food. Which honestly makes a lot of sense considering Mags is here. Granted, she's not playing, but she is technically here. No, that is not the normal lyric, but for some reason, the player is incapable of accessing Fugi Tech at the moment due to technical difficulties, unfortunately. I wonder if I should. Should I throw up Mags' little icon right here? You know, have her little peeking over and stuff? I feel like I should do that. Peeking over a little wall. Do I. What's Mags's reactive? Oh, it's just normal. Okay. Normal Mags. Normal Mags. Browser. Saturday Mags. Alright, here's the Mags. Nobody tell her. No one will tell her. There she is. Just patiently sitting somewhere above Kara's little cubby. Is that the Kara's little cubby? Little cubby hole. Oh my. Oh, I just punched my fucking Sharpies. Ooh, ow. Hello, everyone. I know I've been unmuted for a hot second, but I don't care. Hello. It's Saturday, which means we're here with the usual band of fools and shenanigans that we usually get up to. We have everyone to get today. We of course have Smada playing Kara, Cece playing Centaria, aka Tulip, Ghost playing Nugri, Bilo or Sukia playing Lyric, and Nevi playing Belladonna. Formerly playing Astia, with Lyric formerly being Valus. And of course, we also technically have Orcus as well, but Orcus doesn't have an official reactive right now. Nor am I sure I ever will get one for her. But I guess it would kind of make sense to get one for her since she is a member of the party. But potato. So we didn't actually do a whole lot last session in terms of progressing like the overall moving plot story. More so, it was kind of like a fun, we're finally back after a bit. We're getting back into the swing of things. We're going to have fun going forward. And I might misremember a few things. A lot of it's kind of hazy. After all, we didn't play last week. We played the week before. But some things I do remember happening were Ghost and Smada, aka Kara and Nugri, having finally gotten their equipment that they had requested to be made from the leather shop, and they went to go test it out with a couple of the guards. However, they discovered the guards aren't at their barracks. So, after doing a little bit of reconnaissance, they discovered that there's been a relatively big series of break-ins across the town, and the guards have been kind of, strapped for individuals and time, taking care of everything. So, with no one to really train with them, they went ahead and just went back to the tavern. As you guys can see behind me, it's going to be a surprise, even though two of the players are literally watching the stream right now. Hi, you two. Yeah, I got a mini map for the tavern officially, because I figured why not. It's pretty. It's very pretty. Jerry! We also had Belladonna kind of making a day trip, going across town, going and investigating a botany shop, just to figure out, where this greenhouse that she heard in rumors might be. After a very lovely chat with the shopkeep, she kind of got a general idea, not a pinpoint location, mind you, just a general idea of where the greenhouse might be. And so maybe in the future, the folks will be heading there. Otherwise, we kind of had just like a sit down. Everyone was just talking, hanging out. They opened up their bags, got a couple of fun items. Some shenanigans happened about, and who knows, it might continue in today. It might not. Maybe today will be a serious thing. We will just kind of figure that out as time goes. But otherwise, I don't really think there's anything else I need to go over for a recap. So, I caught Smada off guard.
There's no such thing.
Penis.
As you can clearly see, I had already completed the 3-2-1 before he even got his 2 out.
That's not what it says on my screen.
Oh, that's exactly what it says on my screen. Your screen is irrelevant. Hello, you 5. I hope.
Hello.
Hello. CC Miss Note Taker.
Penis.
Did I cover just about everything relevant to what happened last week concerning session?
Let me double check real quick. Um, let's see. We had, yep, the harness thing, the guards, Belladonna going to the shop. The inn. Centauria and Kara had like a conversation together. And open bags. Yep, pretty much everything.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. You know, for coming into the session not thinking I really remembered much, I'm glad I was able to remember most things.
You got it.
Yay!
No, you forgot everything else.
Okay. Well, I guess since you know everything, Mr. Ghost, you can do the recap for us.
Good recap, everybody.
Good recap. Good recap. Does anyone have any questions? Anything they'd like to say? Anything, before we officially get back into it?
Kara is still at 43 Twitch inspirations left for releasing the full backstory.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, I have officially updated, kind of on the talk of inspirations. I have officially updated the inspiration redeem so that it now includes it tells you that the player will give you a fun fact when you redeem the inspiration about their character.
I just want to say hi.
Hi, CC. Is Bilo and Nevi here?
I'm here.
Okay, they're here. They exist. They live. Everybody, we're good. Oh, and I guess Ghost is here too. Hi, Ghost.
Just see my way out. See how relevant I am.
We need a party name.
we do need to get a party name at some point.
We don't need a cat.
So as Cece and Smada heard when they were kind of listening in, I do officially have like a map for this tavern. As you can see here now. I
don't see anything, no.
Well, hurry up and load your goddamn page, Mr. I just popped back onto Roll20. Anywho, I believe I've updated your tokens.
Shit, there's a tavern!
I believe I've updated your guys' tokens so that you are able to move them around. Can you confirm for me?
Yep.
Cool. Love that.
Yep, all good.
Whee!
Awesome, awesome. Also remember, please don't add any tokens to here that are not relevant to the session or your character.
What's next?
I don't even know how to do
Joke's on you.
Joke's
that.
on
Joke's
you.
on you. I'm stupid.
To be fair, Bilo, you're not even
That
on
rule
here.
doesn't apply to me. I don't know how to do it.
I don't know
I
what
could
you're
read this side would be really irritating.
Roll20 do be fucking irritating, something fierce. So the way I had you positioned is kind of what I remember everyone being left at when we left off. I believe Belladonna was a bit tricky for me. I didn't remember if you had put her back into her room or if she was still out and about, Nevi.
As far as I remember, she was still out and about dealing with Nugri.
Okay, so you're not in your room. Okay, get out there. No, Nugri, come back. Come back. And I remember last time we saw Kara, mind you, was them trying to follow Centaria and Lyric by the door, but they didn't go in all the way because they were able to persuade them to not follow out of respect.
No, they convinced me to be a guard dog to make sure nobody else followed.
According to my notes, Centaria and Lyric bumped into Belladonna, who was heading back to her room and planning to give Puddle a bath because he had absorbed all the spices.
Oh yeah, he did absorb a lot of
Oh, what
spices. Because you had I think you had Puddle like either meld into the slime body to help get all of the spices out of Belladonna.
No, yeah, I remember sticking Puddle in her mouth so that he could cool down the spice.
And now you have a spicy
But like
little water
the
slide.
last thing I remember was Belladonna scolding Nugri for trying to break tables again.
Oh, I do remember that as well. That could have been before, maybe?
That could have been
It was-
before, maybe,
It
yeah.
was before. Yeah.
So like she was scolding him, then as those two were going, it was Belladonna heading back in as well.
Yeah.
As for room placements exactly, I had it so like up here was Belladonna and Lyric. Here in the middle would be Nugri and Kara, and down here is Orcus and Centaria. Ghost, get your character out from behind the bar. He ain't back there, you know that.
No, because last time I remembered, I was going to go throw a sack of gold at the dude who was in the kitchen. So no, he would be down here.
No! You threw your gold and you left. Bad ghost. Bad ghost. No. Boy,
It's like wrangling.
here.
like,
You can sit. You can be on the stool. I'll allow that, but you're not back by the kitchen door. Stop it.
That's what I was trying to do.
No, you're going behind it, you asshole. Don't think I'm blind.
You try moving a mouse on a blanket.
What blanket?
I don't have a desk. I'm using my bed. I'm moving my mouse on a blanket.
Oh, you meant IRL. I thought you meant like I was trying to move him onto a blanket on the map. I'm like, there's no blankets other than the beds, and I know he ain't no bed. We know he don't sleep on beds. He's a cannibal. He's an animal.
He's a
I mean, he's that too.
I mean, yeah, he's a cannibal too, but
Cannibal.
true. I didn't exactly hear what you said, but I'm gonna say true.
I don't remember my password.
And we're having all the technological struggles over here with Bilo. She can't access her Fugi. She can't access Roll20. She can't access nothing.
Oh my
No,
god.
I
I
can't.
was
I'm like overwhelmed and gonna cry.
I'm sorry.
That's why I have a notebook with all my shit inside of it.
This is why I just use the same password and username for like everything, just because I hate running into that problem.
I just said that I was stupid, so what do you want from me?
stupid. I forget my password constantly. And have I written it down anywhere?
No. I remember I once made a notepad like on my computer to keep track of a password, then I accidentally deleted the notepad without realizing it.
No.
So I sat there for like
Just
an
make
hour
it-
and a half
just-
struggling trying to find one.
Just make your password your entire names, but spelled backwards.
Oh hell no, I'll never remember that.
That would be
You don't know
hard
how
for
to
me
spell
to
your-
do. I'd be like,
Don't know how to spell your name backwards?
Well, I mean CC it's easy to guess. It's CC.
I was thinking was thinking Centaria, and I would have to be like, okay, A, Centauri. Oh, okay, E.
To be fair, it would be that point of like no one could fucking get it.
But even if we go with like CC Bob, it's like Bob CC.
Oh, frick, you're right.
You made
No,
your
it's Bob.
you made your name relatively
Bob
easy to
Cook.
guess password. Password? Fuck. Backward. Anyway.
Getting off topic.
Getting off topic. We haven't technically officially started session topic, but still, we should probably do that. So, oh, I thought of something and then I immediately forgot it. Okay, so,
Right round, baby, right round.
so while Centaria and Lyric are having their talk, we're going to go on the assumption that Belladonna is in her room with Puddle, just kind of taking care of him. You know, helping to release all that heat from his little blobby body, so he's not sitting there suffering from it, as described by the potion. This shit, or not even potion, by the hot sauce that Nugri got that takes effect a few hours after you consume it. It is very, very hot, hotter than hotter than the regular hottest hot sauce you will find in a world. It is made to be like the most vilest, like spiciest sauce you will ever come across.
It's at that point where it has no flavor. It's just heat because it's just made out of extract at that point.
Yeah, it's specifically like scientifically spliced together to just be torture and pain in your mouth when it hits. Nugri and Kara, what are you two specifically doing out in the main tavern?
Continuing from yesterday, Kara is kind of patrolling, making sure that absolutely nobody is disturbing Lyrics and Centaria's talk.
Okay. And Nugri?
I'm crawling over the counter, search for his booze.
You're searching for the bartender's booze?
Searching for his booze.
And you're...
Specifically, the secret stash the bartender doesn't tell you about.
Alright, go, are you doing nothing to stop this, Kara? You're just gonna let Nugri kind of do whatever he wants over there?
Is he attempting to listen in on Lyric and Centaria?
I don't know, Nugri, are you going to try and attempt to listen in on Lyric and
I don't give
Centaria?
a fuck about that conversation.
Well, I guess there's your answer, Smada.
No, I'm not.
Alright. Make me a perception or... Actually, no, it'd be an investigation. Make me an investigation check, Nugri.
Because I'm so good at those. Can I do perception instead?
No, investigation, because you're specifically looking for a specific item sort of stash.
Okay.
I'm sure you got this. You're fine, big boy.
It's my -1.
Oh, we've seen Lumora pop off with worse. See,
Got a
15's not bad.
15.
15's relatively not bad. You go ahead, you slither on back behind the counter. You begin looking around, you know, trying to find a little compartment or maybe just a sectioned off part of the counter that most people wouldn't really check to look if they're back behind here. Looking for any sort of like hidden booze that doesn't look like you would find on the shelf alongside the rest of the booze. You do find a few like small hidden compartments, but most of them contain no sort of booze, mostly just work related items, you know, papers, documents, writing utensils, stuff that you wouldn't really want either out and about on the counter for customers to see, or stuff that would just be too boring for most customers to really be interested by.
So no hooch.
And no secret hooch.
I shut the doors and I crawl off the counter.
All
This
right.
man is boring.
What else are you doing?
Is there any good hooch on the counter?
Like just any good old drink out on the counter that Nugri might enjoy?
Is there any good hooch?
Listen, I'm young.
This
What's
place, this
hooch?
place is this place is empty. I've scared off all his customers, but I want his hooch. Where is his shine?
Okay, so to make sure I'm understanding, you're just asking for really good booze, right?
I want something nice. My mouth was on fire a few moments ago. I need the taste gone.
All right. Well, building off of that 15 that you rolled earlier, is there like a specific, flavor that you think Nugri might be looking for? Stuff that fits his general palate, but might be nicer and more chill on the mouth compared to, some of the other drinks that might be a bit heavier.
Something cool and refreshing, minty specifically, because hot mouth not fun. Like something that was nice and cool.
What is Nugri's stance on wine?
It's hooch. He's not a connoisseur.
Well, that's a lot of what he'll find. If you're looking for specifically cool related drink stuff that's going to help kind of calm down your mouth, uh, there's a good variety of like different flavored goodberry wines that seem like they would obviously do the trick. Um, but if he's not much of a wine connoisseur, there's not going to be a whole lot of uh, like other types of alcohol that might pertain to him. After all, this isn't a big fancy tavern. This is, one in a small like three-piece oh my god, I just forgot the word for it. It was literally on my brain too. Uh Not cathedral, not citadel. Not duplex. It's the little circle inlet with houses all around it.
Cul-de-sac?
Cul-de-sac, thank you. Literally a small cul-de-sac of 3 individual taverns, all competing for the same thing. None of them are really going to have the most high-tiered of stuff.
I'm gonna take a bottle of Goodberry wine.
All right, you have a bottle of goodberry wine.
I'm gonna go eat, enjoy it around the corner where you can't see me. Jack his shit.
Even though he could clearly see that there is going to be a bottle missing.
It's fine.
He'll fill it up with water and replace the bottle.
Exactly.
That'll look significantly different, but okay, you can try whatever you want.
No. So here's the plan, right? I put one of the bottles that it has in a roll forward to make it look that nothing is missing.
I gotta actually grab a token for this man. For like the bartenders and stuff.
So yeah, where the fuck is
I was focused
McGee?
mostly on getting your guys' tokens on here and updating all the
Let's
characters.
say we got a tavern all to ourselves. This is our tavern now.
I mean, you did scare the bartender into the back, so we probably can't even see him.
You alive back here?
Boy, get your ass out of here. The fuck? Stop moving places you ain't supposed to be.
God, I think that like hot sauce have like a sugar high component.
Maybe, apparently. I'll just use like a box
I
standard
mean, I'm
orc
also,
token for this.
to be fair, I'm also sucking on like a caramel coffee fucking hard candy, so.
Well, yeah, you go ahead, you go around the corner, you start drinking on the goodberry wine. Kari, you're just standing over by the door, just patrolling, making sure absolutely nothing happens, and no one gets by, and you're not doing much of anything
This man
else.
had muscles. Now I want to fight him.
Can I do a perception check to make sure, see if anybody's trying to sneak up on this private conversation that I'm guarding?
Sure, make it with advantage.
27.
Yeah, Literally no one else besides you and Negri are in the main tavern, so nothing happens.
Good job.
Yep, you're doing such a good job. It also doesn't help that it isn't even close to dinner rush yet. It is still day out. It's not nighttime yet when most people start rolling in. It's probably going to get to that point here relatively soon, but it's not at that point just yet. Uh, CC and Bilo. After your guys' conversation, is there any more you wanted to have between the two of you, or?
Um, I can't really think of anything.
I think they wrapped it up pretty well.
All right. So, what are you two characters going to do after this conversation?
Okay, hold on. Let me get into the brain. Okay. I think Centauri would go back to her room to continue doing some reading or maybe confide in Orcus.
Okay. And Lyric?
Um, Probably just gonna go. I have to wait for the D&D thing to load. Yeah. Lyric is going to please zoom out. Thank you. Lyric's gonna come over. Problem. No, I can't move my.
You can't move your token?
No.
It controls Lyric. Did I maybe forget to put Lyric in your control? Let me check. Edit. Yep, I apparently forgot to do that. Alright, here. Clover in your journal, and then can be controlled by Clover. Alright, try now. There
Okay,
you
there you
go.
go. He's gonna come over, sit at one of the tables.
Alright, you pass by a small Kara who seems to be guarding the door to the hallway. And you go ahead and go take a seat at one of the tables.
Take a sit.
Take a seat. Kara, do you react to Lyric, walking out as you were stopping people from going in on his and Centaria's conversation? It seems Lyric has left that conversation.
Centauri might still be having it.
You're right. So you'll just stay there and keep guard?
For a bit.
Alright.
Because Centauri was the one who asked for privacy.
She
if I
is,
remember
yes.
correctly.
She's the one who helped to persuade him as to not follow behind, I believe. Or at least I know CZ rolled. I think Bilo might have rolled for that as well. I don't fully remember though.
It was my role that did it.
Okay. All right. Is there any specific thing you want to talk to Orcus about, CC, or is it just probably just general talking about whatever?
To talk with her and see if she knew anything about like the undead and stuff, since that's something that she and Lyric kind of talked about a bit.
All right. Do you want this just to be a one-on-one, or do you not care if everyone's in here for it?
It's fine if everyone's in here.
Okay. As you go ahead, you enter into the room. Orcus is just kind of chilling on her bed. She doesn't really seem to be doing anything. She's not reading, she's not writing, she's not particularly paying attention to anything. She's just kind of sitting there motionlessly, somewhat looking down at the covers.
Centauri will walk in and like take a seat at that little table and just be like, "Hey, everything okay, Orcus?"
You address Orcus. There doesn't seem to be a response for like a few seconds, like 10 seconds pass before her head slowly raises and she gives you a soft smile. I'm sorry, were you addressing me?
Uh, yeah. Are you all right?
Oh, yes, yes, I'm perfectly fine. Why do you ask?
You seemed really kind of zoned out there for a second, and I'm not sure how long you were like that.
Oh, I was sleeping.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you.
It,
I am
it's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. I got a good amount of rest for now.
All right. I can go if you want to keep sleeping. If
She'll give you like a little wave of the hand, like, no, it's fine. I'm like I said, I'm rested for now. I don't need much sleep anyway.
I was wondering, do you know much about like the undead and how that even happens?
You might need to be a bit more specific about things like that. What specifically are you asking about?
Like, like how does someone end up in Lyric's position?
Reborn?
Wow.
Well, um, I don't know much about lyrics, so I can't speak as to how he is reborn, but there's, many different ways people have of coming back from the brink of death or being dead entirely. One of the most common ways is as the summon or minion of some necromancer or a lich. Sometimes there are cases of skeletons and zombies raised to be warriors but breaking away from their original conjurer after the conjurer dies or retires or releases them for any sort of reason. Some, like ghosts, usually, even after death, their spirit remains within the ethereal plane and they hang around to continue whatever job it is they were wishing to do. Others simply have their soul maybe tied to some sort of item. They
Hmm.
tied their soul to a precious item or a beloved location that when they died their soul would just leave that area and return to a new body.
There any way for an undead to figure out what their first life was like? Like, uh, remember who they were? Or figure out how they were reborn?
Well, it really depends on how it is they were reborn, or at least what they currently know. For instance, if it was, the first example I gave, it could be as simple as just speaking to the necromancer. They sometimes leave a form of mark or sigil on their undead to catalog them as their own, so in case they get into a fight with another necromancer, they don't attack their own summons. Um, it could be it I'm sorry, I don't really know all that much if I'm being honest.
Oh,
I'm
that's okay.
A lot of my studies were mostly living based, you could say.
Living be. Hmm.
Yes, how to properly function in the world and whatnot. So the act of leaving the living world and then somehow re-entering is not something I thought I'd ever have to research.
Hmm. Well, Thank you for your insight. That's more than I knew for sure. Hmm.
There is always gods and whatnot,
Oh, Rue.
but you'd have
Oh,
to find a very specific type of gods in order for those truths to be uncovered. Not exactly easy tasks, as most things are.
but you said if it was a necromancer or maybe a conjurer, that there would be some kind of sigil to mark who brought them back.
Yes, well, it's not always that case, but it is a very common occurrence.
Library tomorrow. I feel like I have a lot of learning to do.
Well, that is the joys of being so young as you are. You get to fill your brain with all sorts of new knowledge that you never knew beforehand.
Would you like to come with?
Sure, I don't see why not. Though I do have a question for you. Well, I guess for you and the party as a whole, but since you're here, it's easiest just to ask you.
Nice.
What is it that the slime person wanted to do with those folks that were tracking you?
The bartender did mention that Belladonna had talked with them.
Yes,
That's right.
have you not spoken with Belladonna on that?
No, I was so wrapped up in these books, I honestly completely forgot, but yeah, I think I definitely need to talk to her about
It might be a good idea, especially if you want to get them off your tail. It seems that they're clearly after something, so if you can deter them in some way, then that is an easier way of going about things than just constantly living in hiding and watching for them.
I'll go knock right now and see if I can talk with her.
That would be a smart idea, yes.
Barry is going to do just that.
Alright, you go ahead, you leave the room, you make your way over to what you know to be Belladonna's room. Well, Belladonna and I think Lyrics as well. I think they're staying in the same room, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Knock, knock, knock.
Who is it?
It's Tulip.
So then I'll walk over, open the door. What can I help you with, dear?
I was I heard from the bartender that you talked with all those bounty hunters again.
That I did?
Valuable information we should know to keep Nuggery safe.
I already told Nuggery about it. So, get finding some ingredients for me now for some more potions.
Did you trick them into getting ingredients for powerful potions other than poison?
Oh, you know what? That would have been a great idea. Look at you in the devious way.
So, if that's not what they're doing, what are they looking for?
Oh, they're looking for ingredients for potions. I told them I'd give them a discount if they found the ingredients for me.
What kind of potions?
Well, I don't remember. Were they health potions or poison?
You were looking to get a stronger poison.
Okay, thank you. Oh, they just wanted a stronger poison, that's all.
Uh, stronger poison. But you're not intending to actually make it and sell it back to them, are you?
Of course I am. You don't. Reputation is everything in this business.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up having to kill them because they want to kill Nugri.
I mean, that was always the plan.
What? How could they spread your reputation if they're dead?
Can spread it before they die. Look,
So
I am an
you
honorable businesswoman, okay? I will. They want the thing. I want the money. They will get the thing if they give me the money, which they did. So they will get their thing.
you're putting Nugri in serious danger. Like,
Oh,
uh,
please, he's not gonna
basic.
be in danger. Who do you think I am? I can't make a cure for my own poisons.
Well, did you send them to get ingredients for a cure?
No.
No.
Well, then how do you intend to cure him?
The same way I cure all things, with magic.
And Centauri, like, kind of looks at you a little bit angrily, like, so you sent them off on a mission, which could have been to get herbs for any potion at all. And you had them gather potion ingredients for a stronger poison, which could actually hurt Nugri, and you don't have a cure ready?
Very
You know, if you
quickly,
keep worrying like that, you're gonna get wrinkles.
Belladonna and Centaria, what are your passive perceptions?
Um,
Oh,
17.
Belladonna doesn't have a good one. Passive perception is 9.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
She doesn't have a good one. Remember, wisdom's her worst stat.
yeah. 17 for me.
Okay, okay. Continue, carry on. I just want to know.
Interesting, right? Um, so yeah, you did all that and you don't even have a cure ready?
Listen, I can promise you Nuguri isn't going to die because of poison. If that
Well,
buffoon of
You
a
die because
man
of
dies,
belladonna.
it'll because something stronger than him showed up and bashed his head in.
but if a poison could weaken him, he could be in danger.
Yeah, sure, if he was alone, but he's not going to be alone.
How do
Defeat
you
the
know
purpose
that?
of the bodyguard. Mm,
I, you don't know when these bounty hunters could strike. You don't know how experienced they are. What if they end up luring him out?
So
Well,
don't,
then the fool was destined to die.
as you two are talking, like shortly, like right between, you said, like, how do we know they won't just lure him out? You can hear Orcus's voice just kind of pipe up directly behind you, Centaria, like then don't let him go out. Have them come here.
No! God, Orcus. Why are you so quiet?
Does that surprise you? They've been quiet since the beginning.
Well, it surprises me when I'm focused on a conversation with you and I suddenly hear a voice behind me.
Look,
People sneak up on me all the time. You get used to it.
look. I think it's a very simple matter of taking care of the hunters in question.
Agreed.
What we can do is we have them come here. We make the poison. We'll slip it into Nugri's food, but at the last moment, we swap it out for a lookalike. So to their eyes, Nugri eats the poison. We can try to convince him to act along and play dead. And once they go in for the kill, we trap him in here and jump them.
Yeah, and how good is
Hmm.
Nugri at acting?
Well, that and I promised to make the poison. I didn't say nothing about administering it.
Exactly.
What they do with it afterwards is up to them.
Up to them?
Listen, as a fellow assassin and bounty hunter, I know exactly their type. They're going to want to play a long game. They're going to want to poison him, have him get weaker over time, and then strike. So, if they get their hands on a stronger poison, they're going to try and convince the bartender, or at least the cook, to add a special ingredient into his food. Plus, they'll want to do it when there's not many people around, otherwise it'd cause quite a scene.
What if they scope out the place first? And what if the cook mixes up the food orders and we swap it out and accidentally give him the one with the poison? There are so many things that could go wrong.
Do you
You are
have
far
faith
too
in
young
us?
to being so anxious.
He's just gonna glare at you.
You're on a grand adventure. Stop worrying so much. And
We have
don't worry about your friend. He is a big old meathead, and those ones are always harder to kill with sneaky tricks like poison. I promise you, if Nuggery gets poisoned, I'll be able to fix it lickety split, okay?
This is here.
fucking lyrics speeding down the hallway.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
No,
whoa, whoa,
man,
whoa,
no,
whoa.
like,
Whoa, how did Lyric get past Kara? Excuse me?
no, he just like walk past you.
No, Kara would stop you. Kara stops you. No
Why
one's
would
getting
you
past Kara.
stop me? He's the one who is protecting the conversation between Lyric and Tulip. So why would he
No,
stop
no,
Lyric?
nobody's getting past Kara. Not even people in the conversation.
I like to imagine this
Well,
is happening.
Kara
Lyric
can
just
just
walks
hold
over,
on to
picks
his
up
rope.
Kara, puts him off to the left, and then just like walks in.
Yeah, so Kara would get dragged along with Lyric if Lyric is muscling past
Yeah,
Kara.
like he doesn't even muscle past. He just steps over you. He just literally steps over you, and you're like, if you're clinging to his ropes, he just drags you behind.
You step
No,
over
you
him,
can't.
and Kara just grabs
You
onto your
can't
leg.
go. You can't go.
If you're okay with the bodyguard you hired getting killed because of your actions.
Do
I'm
you?
okay because
Y'all-
the bodyguard
y'all
I
have-
hired isn't that stupid. Hopefully.
I've made the very poor mistake of leaving Nuggery to his own devices.
I know. I'm seeing Nuggery just walk outside through a window. I'm like, hello? Ghost, what the hell are you doing?
I was literally
like
telling
how-
you about wandering off!
I like how Orcus is like, well, we won't let him be alone, and then
It's just so-
Nuggery's just like,
Oh no! And oh my god!
It's fine, they don't have the poison yet. Can't do nothing.
listen,
Lyric's mostly overheard the conversation as he walked up. And he
You,
looks at
you
Bella.
guys definitely notice us because Kara is desperately making noise and trying to get Lyric to stop.
Lyric is distracting. Um, and he looks at Belladonna, and he's like piecing the conversation together. And he goes, "So you are making poison for the bodyguard you hired for the people who want him dead to consume?" Is what I'm understanding.
Yep.
La la
it'll be
la
a
la la,
lovely
I'm not
experience.
listening.
So
Lovely
was that heavy?
experience, lovely coin.
Belladonna,
it's okay.
why don't you just add something into the potion to negate the poison? They won't know.
Are you sure
We can
about
give
that?
Nuggery.
Why
We can
even
give
give him the
Nuggery.
real poison anyway? Just keep the strong poison for yourself and give them like a bottle of colored water. I don't understand you.
Well,
He puts a hand on his shoulder, and he goes, "She's pragmatic in a way.
I have the integrity of a professional. I'm not going to give them a false poison.
This
will
is
help. I
not about
accidentally put Nuggery onto the map.
this is not about integrity. I oh,
Don't Tulip." And he like makes her look at him, like gently, like turns her to look We will handle this. We will make sure Negri is not in any actual danger. If that means Belladonna adds something to this poison that they believe is a true poison that negates it, or she cures him afterwards before he becomes fatally ill, we will find a way to handle this.
She just said
And I
that she would absolutely
understand.
sell him the poison. And it would be the poison because that's the integrity of a businesswoman.
And he kind of like is like glowing, kind of like a belladonna. And he goes, "You know, this actually is against a businesswoman's acumen.
Well, how so? I promised a product and I'm going to deliver on it.
Yes, but imagine what the guild will think when they find out you are making a poison for somebody who has been hired to protect you. You think this will increase your reputation through the buyers of the poison. What it will do is get back to the guild, and it will destroy your reputation. No one will ever want to be hired by you. No one will ever trust you in the guild because if all it takes is coin for you to kill them when they think they can trust you, your reputation that you have spent so long building will burn. There will be no coming back.
I'm
That's a
trying to
screaming
say.
skull.
Hey, Mello, are you there?
Yes, I will help you in just a moment.
You guys are overreacting. Nuggery will be fine. We'll get some extra coin in our pockets. I get some extra ingredients because what they're gathering is going to be more than enough for one poison.
Of course, isn't it? Are you planning to
Nuggery is
sell
going
them
to
more
Belladonna,
than one poison?
What? No, the rest is for me.
Okay, I don't
Belladonna,
understand. You could have sent them out to get any herbs for any high tier poison or any high tier potion of any kind. But you you sent them out to get the poison ingredients? I can't. I don't understand. You're putting Nugri in danger, and by default that puts the rest of us in danger. I don't know what you're thinking.
Please, Nuggery put himself in danger. He's the one that went and got a bounty on his head with his hard-headedness. The amount of
You
trouble
said
that man has caused already just from existing is so worth giving these people a poison they paid for, just so they can fail and get squashed later.
you said that you didn't even think Nugri's bounty amount was that impressive. You wanted him to have a higher bounty. What are you talking about?
His bounty isn't impressive at all. He wants a higher bounty because he wishes to fight crazy foes, as
You wanted that
so
for
many
him
lists have been
too.
to.
Kara, where is Nugri?
That's a good
Kara has
question.
their fingers in. Kara has like one of their fingers, hands in their ear, the other one still trying to grasp Lyric's robes, and their other ears pinned up against their shoulder, and they're just going la la la. I'm not listening. Sorry, I'm not listening. I'm not listening.
we
Do I
can
need to do like an
infer.
insight check, or can I tell that they're obviously like not like to see why they're doing this, whether it's because they said that they wouldn't listen, or if it's because they don't want to hear it.
You probably think that it's because you asked them not to listen in on your conversation, and they've been brought in to your conversation.
Okay. Centauri's gonna be like, I need a minute. Lyric, I'll be right back, and she's gonna come and just sort of reach for Kara's hand, like pull it kind of away from their ear and be like, "It's okay. Let's leave for now, okay?" And she's gonna try and like hold their hand and guide them out of the hallway.
Yep, they follow you.
Belladonna's watching them go, and she's like, gonna look to Lyric and go, why did I say I wanted these people to follow us again?
Can I see if I heard
Belladonna,
that?
One sec, CC.
I'm not going to help. Belladonna, I'm not going to help you with this.
Help me with what, Make a Potion? Oh, please.
Recover from the fallout.
Ah, there's not gonna be any fallout. You guys are so anxious over everything.
Belladonna,
Mm,
if you do this, not only are you putting your reputation on the line, you're putting mine on. And you know how I feel about that. What I have to deal with what I am. If you do this, if you don't negate the potion in any way, I will tell the guild myself what you've done. And then he turns and walks away.
Belladonna just slams the door shut. It's like, oh, tired of these people.
I like how Orcus was just kind of standing there as all of this was happening.
Well,
Like,
the
forgot.
problem is you don't have a token for
I
Orcus
know.
yet, so it's
It's-
easy to not remember.
I know. I'm gonna work on that.
And I was
Is there any way I could do like kind of like a check to see if I heard Belladonna saying like why did we want these people with us kind of a thing?
It would go just based on your passive perception. I guess it's more a case of, Nevi, do you want her to have been like really quiet about saying that stuff?
I mean, she wasn't talking super loud, but if she's able to hear it, can hear it. Belladonna's.
I'll say give me just like a straight dex or stealth roll just to see how quiet you were, like how not loud you were, I guess, with your voice.
One moment, I had to go grab my phone.
It might be with advantage considering Kara got a
18.
19 on their performance because they were
oh,
just
well, no. The thing is, Kara would have stopped that once.
23!
Kara
Okay.
stopped doing it once we walked away.
okay. Still, either way, 18 would be enough. So, like, CC, you would tell that maybe they began talking, but you didn't know, you couldn't really pick up what they were saying, but you know that they were talking, like Lyric and Belladonna as you
So
were walking away with
Wouldn't
Nugger.
do like a perception check.
No, I was just going based off your passive since you were actively focusing on getting, walking away with Kara and taking them out of the hallway.
Gotcha.
Based on my passive of 21, would I have heard it?
No.
Excuse me?
You're excused.
No, because they got like a 23 or something.
Well, that was with that would have been with advantage if Kara had kept up their little performance of trying to not pay attention to what was being said.
But you stopped when you took me away from the situation. I stopped doing that.
Yeah, which is why I'm like, even if it's just the 18, it's still enough to get past, Centauri's passive. And I was only
it's not enough to
taking
get past Kara's passive, so I'm asking.
yes, but I was only focused on Centauri and not Kara for that.
Okay. Well, I'm asking, would I have heard it?
And I'm saying no, because if you had wanted to know, I would have preferred you asked when CC had done it as well.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, is Nagri aware of all of this? Where is he?
Nugri is aware because she made sure to tell him, like, oh yeah, those people showed up. They're out looking for ingredients for a poison for you, but you should be fine.
Well, this is like what she's talking with Kara about right now.
Oh, okay.
You told them that they're after them. You didn't tell them about the poison.
No, she told him about the poison. This was back when they were still in her room, dissecting that thing you guys caught.
Did you?
She told him about the poison. Because she believes in his constitution and her own skills, so she just told him straight. I was like, oh yeah, they're here. They're looking for you. They hired me to make a poison, but you'll be fine. So he's
Okay,
aware
going
that
back
they're
to me
around.
going back to the two people that are in the conversation, though. Cece, could I trouble you to repeat your question?
Um. Yes. Where even is Nugri? Does he know about any of this?
Well,
Actually,
he was just here. I hadn't my eye on him until Lyric tried to barge in on your conversation. I tried to stop them. Sorry, I couldn't.
It's okay.
He was just here though. He can't have
Like
gotten far, but
where in the
I,
bar?
I point to where I last saw Nugri, which was over on this corner. Important question: is the window open?
No. It's shut because Nuggery has learned his lesson.
Oh
Wait,
gosh. Wasn't he wanting to go in the back at some point? Maybe he barged into the back.
nah, I was getting the only door.
No, like where the bartender would be, you know. Maybe I should go knock.
You'll have no
You
idea
okay,
how hard
Centaria?
it is not to slide off of this map.
No, I'm not okay. I'm angry
Miss
and I'm
Uma,
stressed.
he calls from kind of at the table. Should
Well,
would you like me
any
to go check outside?
uh yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Knock, knock.
Oh, hold on. My cat just walked in, dragging his toy between his feet. Alright, no, he took it away from me. Alright, never mind. No play with you.
Can't move.
You go ahead. You knock on the door, and the door opens up a bit. Not like a small crack or anything, but he doesn't like full wide open it, and you see the bartender in the door.
Hi, have you seen a big lizard folk come back here?
I don't remember if I gave him a voice, so I'm not going to give him a voice. Your friend?
Didn't.
Your giant lizard
Yeah.
friend? No. No, I don't remember him. Well, I don't remember him coming back here. He's not in here.
Oh God. All right. Well, if you happen to see him, could you let us know, please?
Sure thing.
Thank you so much.
I can't move the fucking map. We just meet in the backyard.
Centaria.
You don't know my name.
Damn it. Sorry, Tulip.
Yeah, Carl.
Mm, Um, can I try something? I don't want to make. Just, I don't want you to yell
And
at me
then
for doing it without permission.
we just played fucking rock paper scissors.
You know what? She's kind of leaning on the bar, like with her head in her hands, and she's like, "You know Nugri a lot better than I do. Just, yeah, it's. Do whatever you think you need to do." And she'll kind of take her head out of her hands to see what Kara does.
Okay. I need to ask Mello if he'll allow me to do this. Because I just realized I don't technically have the exact thing I wanted.
You're gonna either have to DM me or just tell me what it is you're trying to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Meanwhile, Lyric is asking Nuggery if he would like to be bought a drink.
Sure. If you want to, go ahead. Spot him.
Okay. Kara is going to look. Is going to kind of crawl up onto a bar stool, the bar stool next to you. It's gonna look you in the eyes and is just going to snap their fingers in front of your face and please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oops. Oh, you found out what accidentally got sent to chat.
Where's my like a straight wisdom?
A wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom sorry, oh god. Oh no. I got a 9. I rolled a
Alright.
2.
Okay. You are now charmed by Kara for the next hour, or until me or my companions do something harmful to you. You will know that you will charmed by me, and part of the magic that Mello is allowing me to flavor into this is that you are also kind of under the effects of a calm person spell, calm emotion spell.
Kara, what is it that you want to do?
You seem like you said you're upset, and I don't want you to be upset, so I did a little magic, and now you shouldn't be upset, right?
I do feel a little better. I don't really know how. Wait, magic.
Oop, I almost went off the
No,
map again.
no getting mad at me. No getting. I asked, and you said do whatever I needed to. No getting mad at me.
No, I'm not mad. I'm curious.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a little trick. My mom taught me to stay out of.
Mellow,
Stay out
my
of.
token disappeared.
Okay, I will address that in a sec.
No, I didn't. There it is. It popped up.
Okay.
Oh, well, whatever it is, I think it's working.
I'm sure everything will be fine. And I just. Do you want to tell me why you were so upset earlier?
When you walked up with Lyric?
Or if that's when you were upset, yeah.
Belladonna talked to the bounty hunters and she agreed to make a stronger poison for them to give Nugri if they collected the ingredients for her. And I thought it was just a ruse. I thought maybe that they were going to gather ingredients for some rare potion and that she would trick them and sell them something else. And then she said something about how that would be against her business integrity. And she's actually putting Nugri in danger. And by default, the rest of us in danger. And it makes no sense because Nugri is the one she hired to be her bodyguard, and she's intentionally harming, bringing harm to him, and she doesn't even have an antidote ready. Like, she didn't even ask them to gather ingredients for an antidote. It doesn't make any sense, and I am having trouble figuring out why she thinks that this is okay.
That does sound like a good reason to be angry. I can also kind of understand her side a bit. She made a deal. She made a promise. You got to keep your promises.
Didn't have to make that promise.
Yeah, there's that.
She doesn't have to make a promise with people that want to kill somebody that is trying to protect her.
That's very true. Yeah. What about this other thing? Do you not believe in Nuggery? I believe in Nuggery.
Of course I believe in Nuggery, but Belladonna's known for making potions. I don't know how strong these poisons can get. And you saw Nuggery with just the hot sauce. What if, like, that wasn't even like a potion? What if this does serious harm to him?
It'll be fine. And if not, we can fix it.
I guess.
But you're right. It might be good to avoid. I mean, I knew. I think the. Quick aside. Nevi, do you remember if Kara and Belladonna have had a talk about the pursuers? I remember having a talk with Orcus.
Nah, Belladonna hasn't talked much with Kara. Besides, I think the most like prevalent conversation they had was over the horn and trying to tie them to Nuggery's head.
Yeah.
Was the best friend horns. Besides that, they
Okay.
haven't really talked much.
Got it. Okay. Thanks. But if it makes it feel any better, I've been, and Kara leans in real close. I've been gathering information from the city about these people who want to hurt Nuggery. And do you want to come with me tonight when see what they know?
And Taria kind of remembers when she saw Kara like sneaking off and would run away. And so the invitation like genuinely makes her very happy. So she gives you like a genuine smile and is like,
But
I'd
you
love
gotta
to.
be sneaky. None of those lights drawn attention everywhere.
I understand. No lights. But yes, I'd love to come with.
Very quickly, before we even address, like before we go further, there's one thing I do want to address because it hasn't yet. We're gonna kind of crank it back a little bit, back to when like everyone's kind of in the hallway. Nuggery,
Yes.
how the hell are you getting outside?
I'm.
Exactly how you saw me get outside through that window.
Bro, I watched you clip through a wall and just start doing the maramba about around the entire fucking building. Play the scene for me.
So as a I forgot
Lyric and
his
Kara.
name.
Lyric.
Lyric, there it is. I knew it started with a fucking L. As Lyric and Kara made their way into the door, Agree remembers, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be on guard duty. So he looks to the closest exit that he can find, which is this window, strolls over to it, does not open it, pushes it open, makes his way through the window, closing it back.
All right, can you make me just a sleight of hand to see how well, like, how peacefully you can close this window and, like, get out?
If D&D Beyond would stop refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Automod just nixed my channel redemption point.
Oh, that's because it hasn't done. There you go. It's because they for some reason see Nuggery as like a slur, so they're like, "Hey, is this okay for him to say?" Nuggery, you
Every
have
time-
an inspiration.
Oh shit! I've got to get a random fact now, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Give us a
Yeah.
random Nuggery fact.
So, random nugget fact: the source of his rage is draconic heritage. His father, ancestors, one of the two, we don't know yet, was actually a dragon.
Fun.
Thank you for the Nuggery fun fact. All right, you now have a DM inspiration. Nuggets are better spicy. Thank you for the sub, Nevi. I appreciate you.
What's the inspiration?
D6.
Go ahead and use that. Because it's so funny that y'all come in and none of y'all fucking know where it is.
So 17 total?
17.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that it would kind of be in line with what you described earlier. Yeah, when you were able to open up the window, you slipped on out and you close up the window relatively easily. You're able to close up the window, make it look like it hasn't really been bothered all too much. Like if anyone went over to the window and did a closer inspection, yeah, they would realize that, especially because of the make of your hands, like someone with your kind of hands probably opened up the window and closed it, but it's not going to be like, oh, they can immediately tell how soon it was, you know? It could have been earlier today.
Yeah. Yeah. And after that, he's just been slowly patrolling in a circle around this entire fucking establishment until he suddenly got banished to the shadow.
Yeah, when your token went off screen.
I find it funnier. He slipped in between dimensions for a hot minute.
He just comes back like mortified, like wide eyes. He's growling at everything like a dog who just got the worst vision of its life.
Yeah.
All right, well.
And eventually, that's when I believe beforehand, Lyric makes his way back there, offers him a drink, and then they make their way back inside.
Okay. And is that in line with how you think Lyric would ask him, Bila?
Yes, we were talking into
Okay.
basically like as he crested around the building and he got close enough to see Lyric, he like threw his hand up in a wave and then approached him and was like, "What you doing out here?" And a little bit of a back and forth conversation. And he goes, "You want to go inside and get a drink?" And Nugger said
Yeah.
yes. And then
Yeah.
Lyric throws an arm around his shoulder and and now they're literally just standing there like awkward children while literally just liquid everywhere.
I would like
Like when you walk in, your parents are having a super serious conversation and you don't want to tell them that you fall over your bed again.
I would also like to say that it adds on really well that because you're on your phone, your voice is all muffled and like you keep cutting out or getting like, we can't hear you exactly. Yeah. So
sorry, it's because I have my phone like really low.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
It's still fucking beautiful.
It adds to it.
Can I have rolled stealth to see when I was whispering the part that I whispered into Tulip's ear?
Sure.
Oh, if you're whispering, we can just say in a general sense that Nuggery and Lyric aren't paying attention like intensely enough to like lead into eavesdrop. Whatever you're saying in normal tone of voice, they kind of hear. But if you're whispering, they can hear
you. Okay.
Just so you don't have to be like, does my whisper carry? We can just say as a flat, they're just kind of standing there waiting for the conversation so they can say, I found him, and we're going to get a drink.
Okay.
But he doesn't want to be rude and interrupt you guys.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to address Ghost because he hasn't really been addressed much, and I'm like, how the fuck did he get outside, and what has he been doing the entire time? But I didn't want to interrupt your guys' conversation.
That was me too. I was over here like,
I'm sitting there like, I really want to move Nugris back so badly, but I'm like, maybe he has a reason he's doing this. I'll wait.
I was actually going to ask at some point when I came to the window, did I hear any of their fucking conversation?
If it was over by where the rooms are, probably not. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe some of the shouting if you pass by at that moment, because they were in the hallway, not so much in the rooms itself.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure you would have heard some of the shouting as you were circling around, but maybe not exactly, like, the full context about what's being talked about.
I know.
Plus, I mean, going off of what we know about Nugri, would he really have been would he really stop and listen in to hear everything they were talking about, or would he just be
if
like,
he
I mean, I'm
heard his
guarding?
name, he probably would have, but that's why the only reason why I asked.
I mean, we could say you. What's his wisdom again? I think he has relatively good wisdom, right?
His wisdom is a 12.
I mean, it's above average. I'm sure, like, he could probably put two and two together that they might have been. It might have just been them talking to Belladonna about what Belladonna has talked to Nugri before. You know, about the whole, oh yeah, they're here and they're doing a mission, and it just seems like they might have had some conflict with what Belladonna is doing / what she told you.
All right, we good to go back into scene?
Yeah, we'll just say like if if you two are whispering that Lyric and Nugri just kind of walk by and they go to go get a drink, and as you guys are talking, the bartender will officially come out and like he will start checking over his stock, and you can hear him muttering to himself as he's moving bottles around. He's like, hold on, I'm missing a bottle.
So after extending that invitation to go out with Tulip tonight, Kara leans back, and so when we find Nugri, we're gonna calmly ask him how he feels, and we're gonna respect his feelings. And it's okay to be upset for people, but we have to let people do what they want to do, right?
I'll let Nugri do what he wants to do.
And you can do what you want to do.
You see. Well, no, never mind. Centauri nods.
As you guys are talking, the bartender, as he's like looking around, he'll kind of tap, not tap in front of you, but kind of tap the wood, a bit in front of you, and he will kind of gesture over to one of the table. Hey, you told me if you ever showed up, just to let you guys know, and I'll like just kind of point at Lyric and Nugri who are sitting at a table together.
Like they're here.
Like shortly after, like Kara says, like, so when we find Nugri.
I like the picture. So after Nugri, it's just these two passing by behind them.
They're just like they literally walk past them, but they're still keeping conversation. They don't see them, and then like as they're like maybe getting off their stool to go looking for Nuggery, they look over and they see him like it's like
It's even better because he specifically specifies, so like he's leaning back, so he's no longer whispering in Centauria's ear. So like the bartender hears this, just watches as Nugri and Lyric walk behind them as they're like, so when we find Nugri, Nugri's like doing like a thumbs up, like, hey, that's me.
That's me.
That was the effect I was going for.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Kara hops off the stool and walks over to the table.
I have an important question before we go further.
Yeah. Where's your good berry wine?
Which one of the? No, my question is which one of these tables is broken?
Oh, the
I think
broke.
you
Wait,
fixed
the
all
one
of
that you
them,
mended
right?
back together?
Yeah.
Did we mend it back together?
Yeah, people were mending it back together.
Well, then where's my goddamn gold?
What do you mean? Where's your goddamn gold?
If we mended it together, why the fuck am I paying for it?
Because it's respectful. Just because they can get it fixed doesn't mean you don't gotta pay for the damages you did.
Well, if we fix the damages, I ain't gotta pay for the damages.
It's emotional damage. It's like
Emotional damage.
public property, damage. If you go and damage a public building, even if you immediately fix it, you're still gonna have to pay for it.
This is some bullshit.
How dare you bring real world laws into my goddamn fantasy game? What the hell? But yes, anyway, continuing. Actually, what did you do with the good berry bottle? Because I know you said you just kind of took it.
So you think I would leave evidence of my crime there? Hell
Well,
no.
that's why I'm asking. What did you do with it? Did you toss it while you were walking
That thing-
around outside, or?
That thing, as soon as it was empty, he threw it into the stratosphere.
Oh, okay.
Oh, please roll 1d4 to see how many hours it'll be before it crashes down to
Yep,
the
will
ceiling.
do. You know what? I'm gonna do you one better because you said into the stratosphere. 6 hours. All right, in 6 hours, it's you're gonna be in big trouble, Mister.
No, can we have percentile dice to see who the hell I conked in the side of the head?
In 6 hours, I will roll your percentile die.
Is- All right, so Kara hops off the stool and goes to sit at the table with Lyric and Nuggery.
Centauri will follow.
Well, it's been a while since we had a conversation to catch us all up because did you two have a good day out today? He addresses Kara and she addresses
Kara addresses Kara.
Yeah,
Oh.
Not surprising.
that's what confuses
Never
you.
mind, they're all Kara.
Yeah,
They're
Kara.
just different Kara.
Kara addresses Lyric and Tulip. Did you two have a good day out today?
Centauri will
We
glance over.
went to the library.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. My brain was like, wait, when did they leave? And I was like, oh yeah, wait.
Centauri kind of glances at Lyric and smiles at him, and then kind of looks back to Bar and be like, "Yeah, we did."
That's good. Me and Nugri, we went out to. We met up with some guards actually. They're really busy. They weren't able to help us, so we'll try and find some more tomorrow. Is that good with you, Nugri?
Ah.
All right. Well, there's a conversation that needs to happen because Tulip's upset here, and I think it's better if we get everything out on the table.
Well, we're missing somebody.
Tulip, let's have this conversation right now, and then we can deal with more of it later.
That's
How
wrong.
long
What's
does
going
this
on?
spell last?
An hour.
Okay. Okay.
So, Tulip, do you have something that you want to ask Nugri?
I just
Are you
positioned
aware-
Nugget to look at Sarah. Yeah.
Nugri, are you aware that Belladonna has sent the bounty hunters out to gather ingredients for a much stronger potion that she intends on making and then selling back to them so they tried to poison your food?
I was aware of an initial poison, not aware of strong poison.
Strong poison. Did Belladonna tell you about this?
Told me they sent them out for ingredients. Poison not very effective against me.
Did she tell you that this was the plan?
Plan was to lure them in, let them believe affects me, and we kill them.
Hold on, I don't actually think that they had this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Time out. What?
So they had this conversation, but after Belladonna did it.
Yes, after they did it, yeah.
So Belladonna did not get in prior consent, but we're determining whether or not Belladonna has post consent, which is
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. He's saying this, and he's not in. It's not a. Oh yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, I know, type of tone.
Okay, hold on. I just want to check something real quick. Mm. Um,
It's. I know. I found out. I'm not happy about it, but I gotta deal with it.
okay. So now we knows. Did you say that you're not happy about it?
No, because again, they've already paid him for their services rendered, and he can't really give that money back now. So it's like, well, I'm in this hole. I've got to deal with it. Type of mindset.
This is so we're here. We have, and we can prevent this from happening again in the future. But right now, we need to deal with what's here in front of us. So, Lyric, you're someone that knows. You're the one who knows Belladonna the longest. Would you say? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Lyric would kind of make it face, but you know.
What? What? Do you not know Belladonna? I don't want to be. I don't want to say anything wrong here.
We're associates. And Belladonna and I are close. The only reason she lets me room with her is because she knows she can trust me that nothing will happen. No untoward behavior due to being a skeleton.
Why would being a skeleton make you more disposed to being untoward? Can't anybody be that?
Lack of intent, desire, and the necessary bodily parts to be untoward.
Okay. Seems like something anybody would be doing, though. Seems silly to judge it based on what you are. Anyway, that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is how do we make it so that everybody gets included in plans and nobody, so that Tulip here doesn't get upset again and Nuggery here gets in an appropriate amount of danger that he can handle?
Well, I can't really give you an answer to that. I can't. Everything I could tell you about Belladonna is mostly subjective. My own opinions of what I have seen of her, but not necessarily anything hard fact that I could say she would or would not agree to. The only person who can answer that is Belladonna herself, and I don't believe she is in the mood to talk right now. based upon the interactions we had. So that moment, I suppose this is a moot conversation because we need Belladonna here, and I don't think, I can't really speak to her state of mind, but I don't think she would be in the mood to talk or be willing to engage with us right now.
You see,
Kara
like,
gets a look in her eye.
oh, go ahead.
Kara just gets a look in her eye. It's pretty obvious that is probably Kara's thinking of doing the same thing to Belladonna that she did to you, Cece.
Yeah. You see Centaria kind of lean back in her chair and like fold her arms and just go like, I mean, for the sake of this conversation, I could go apologize to her, ask if we can talk.
I would say that would be an okay plan. But again, I don't know whether she would be receptive to it. I know her just as well as I know any of you. We simply work well together, but we're not close in any sort of way.
Is this started?
Mello, how close are we to the dinner rush?
I'd say roughly a good, considering how much time has passed, I'd probably estimate about 30 to 45 minutes.
Will
Okay.
you let me know as soon as the spell wears off, please?
Yeah, it's been like 15, maybe 20 minutes.
Okay.
Margary's gonna walk over and pat Tulip on the head.
Oh, if Tulip were not charmed right now.
Give me it. Can we have a break moment?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
we've had a couple.
Yeah, it's been about an hour and
Oh.
a half. We can go ahead and take a quick 10.
Well, I need a break to go get the dog to stop.
No, you're fine. All
Good,
right,
'cause
we're gonna go on break.
I gotta pee.
And we're back.
Hello.
And I think to myself,
So,
what a wonderful world. Oh, sorry. Oh, we're back. Ghost, we're back. Why were you singing?
Why were you singing?
All right.
As a quick update before we get back into it, just for the chat, Bilo had to step away because they have homework to do, so it'll just be us four. We are going to be we're going to kind of kick back off with the trio at the table. Technically, Lyric is there, but we're focusing on the other three for now. All right, go ahead.
Eric is in idle mode. He's fine.
No agree.
Hmm.
Wait. Okay. So the calm emotions only pertains to Belladonna, right?
Yeah, it's not a real calm emotion spell because you're under the effects of charm person with a little bit extra spice.
Okay. All right. No agree.
Hmm.
You see, as you pat Centauri on the head, you see her very slowly look up to you with rage in her eyes. And she says, "Did you just pat me on my head?"
This is not what one does to calm others.
No. No, it's not.
Maybe I have misread this emotion.
It is patronizing and humiliating, and I will not stand for it. She will fly up and pat you on the head.
I don't know how he would respond to that other than confusion because no one's ever been able to reach his head.
I mean, probably gotten
Two,
up there after climbing, but
you are an exception to this rule because nobody carries you. um, two is because this is a mix up of emotion. Like, what am I supposed to feel from this?
And
So
then
I think
she's gonna.
you would see him kind of narrow his eyes and just kind of focus on your arm. He's expecting you to kind of hit him.
So, how does that feel? No agree?
Weird.
Yeah. Feels weird, doesn't it? You're not the only strong man around here, you know.
Man.
Centaria shoves, like, the plates and stuff to one side of the table. And it's just like, I saw what you did with Miss Jane. Bring it. And puts her,
You can
like,
see
elbow
him
on the table.
now. It's you can see. I'm not sure if it would be a show. It's a mix between like he's showing his teeth, but you can tell there's a bit of excitement behind it. You see him walk to the other side, hit his elbow on the table with a thud. He just reaches across and grasps your hand. All right, then, small one. Let's see what you got.
Alright, lizard boy.
no.
And she's like, no, I'm sorry, that was kind of mean. I didn't mean it like that, but come on, let's see what you got.
I think do you actually do that in person? Wait, in character, in person, blah, 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 blah. In
Cece,
character,
you
do you actually
have
say that?
very quickly, Centaria, you have an inspiration point.
Oh, yes, thank you. I also have an inspiration just for an arm wrestling competition that I have been saving.
Oh, also we need a fun
So,
fact.
But no, Centauri would do this in person. She would be like, God, no, sorry, that was wrong. But like, I'm still gonna kick your ass, kind of a thing.
You see him just shaking his head like, why are you apologizing?
Because that's the right thing to do when one makes a mistake. And she grips your hand harder. Now on the count of 3, we start. Okay. And is this just an athletics roll? What is this?
This is contested February. Yeah.
I will say either contested athletics, or if you guys just wish to make a straight strength roll against each other and see who gets the higher one. Also, we still need a fun fact about Centaria because she got inspired.
Yeah, sorry. In the winter, Centaria has these sleeves that she's kind of sewn together. They're made out of magnolia leaves, so they're very like kind of shiny, and they keep her warm.
Thank you. All right, go ahead and make me your rolls.
Okay. All right. This is
So what are we
you guys,
doing?
This is gonna be like who rolls the worst.
So
Are we doing athletics or are we doing strengths? What are we doing?
let's just.
I'm doing athletics.
Okay, give me both an athletics check.
Oh, I don't even know if I need to use that.
Well, you should probably use the one that you can only use for this.
Yes. Okay, I'll do that one. Okay. So
Doing best of 3?
no, don't think so. I will. Would you like me to tell you what I got without the inspiration for the arm wrestle?
Go for it.
It's a 24 without the inspiration. I rolled a 19.
So,
What about you?
Nugri.
I got a 6. I got a 16, sadly.
Nugri rolled a 10 for a 16.
And if you add on my arm wrestle specific inspiration, that would be a 27 in total.
Oh.
So,
Okay,
2
so
degrees of success.
so what essentially
Zendaya-
happens is cuz Kara, you're going to be watching this obviously, right?
Oh,
Yes.
can I describe it, please?
You know what? Yeah, sure. Go ahead, describe it.
Go for it. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, exactly. Centaria looks you dead in the eyes. She narrows her eyes. And as soon as she says 3, she starts pulling your arm, and you're surprised that there is so much strength from such a tiny body. And what did you get? A total of 16?
I got 16. It's
Okay.
fucking 10. I knew as soon as I snuck out the fucking window, I was like, well, alright, where's the downside to this?
And she slams your hand so hard onto the table that it dents the table again. The one that you've already broken.
He looks at that for a moment. His eyes just slowly go up to you, and he just does this solemn nod, like, alright, I see you.
Centaria will smile and let go of your hand and be like, don't pat me on the head again, okay?
Oh, my turn. And Car swoops in, grabs your hand. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Mel, can I have advantage?
You don't need it. You don't need it.
Why would
I
you
only
need-
have a. They're taking her by surprise.
No. Cuz she knew you were at the table.
Trust
but she
me,
did-
you do not need it.
All right, I'll roll athletics. Actually, I think you might have proficiency in athletics from Sneaky Deal, so I want to roll flat strength check.
Oh, does that mean I should roll strength?
Yes, just to
Technically,
keep it
yes.
fair.
Okay. Does that mean should I re-roll or just use the roll that I had?
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
So, do I use my athletics?
No.
roll?
If you just use whatever modifier your strength score gives you. So if you have like a +2 to your strength, you'd add +2 to your roll. Because the way the skills are calculated is they just take whatever modifier that stat that's tied to it gives, and if you're proficient with it, it adds your proficiency bonus to it.
I'm adding my inspiration to this.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm also adding inspiration to this.
No! No, you can't.
D6, right, Mello, or is it D8?
D6.
From an even tinier body, Kara slams your hand.
All right, I have my total.
I'm deeming Mellow my total.
What a fun little bonding moment this is.
All right.
Mellow, you have my total.
I will say how this goes. You two go ahead, like as quickly as Kara jumps onto the table and immediately takes Centaria's hand. You two begin like arm wrestling, very quickly after the 51, and you both seem to be in a bit of a standstill. It doesn't seem like it's really swaying either which way. Can I get you both to re-roll me those rolls?
No way! Was it the same number?
God.
I will not state.
It's not I went from rolling a 19 with for the arm wrestling with Nuggery to rolling a 2.
All that bravado to be muted with fucking Kara.
Can I give myself guidance?
Would
You gonna do
Kara?
it with Nugger just sitting there watching you like, mm-hmm.
You have the semantic capacity to cast guidance right now with your hands full in an arm wrestle?
My other hand's free, but I got a nat 1.
Yeah, this one Kara definitely takes it. After a bit of a standstill, you can see Kara begin to eke out the edge and then push your hand down onto the table.
Just quickly roll something. Okay, different.
Does that mean that his spell ends? Because this wasn't really like an attack on me, but it was like a contested kind of thing.
I'm gonna say yes, or at least you get another attempt to make the saving throw.
Okay.
Gremlin noises.
I got another nat 1. So there's that.
Kara would then immediately challenge Lyric, and we'll gloss over how that goes because Lyric's not here. And then would jump from the table to the bar and challenge the bartender to a arm wrestle. This is fun.
I need you to make me an acrobatics check. All right, you go ahead and land onto the bar, and you're challenging the bartender.
Put it there.
Make me a straight strength roll. All right, that's 17 total. You put your arm down. The bartender, like without really looking, as he's like still looking for that missing bottle of Goodberry wine, puts one arm on the bar, and as you two like clasp hands, his hand like immediately pushes yours down into the bar wood.
Aw.
Kara's eyes go like the big sparkly anime thing.
He got a 19 for a total of 24.
Yeah. You're probably almost as strong as Negri.
Just because I'm as strong as someone doesn't mean I want to fight. I might be as strong as him, but he has more technique than I probably do.
Oh, for sure. Like, I'm not as strong as Negri, but I'm sure more deadly.
I'm just gonna have to take your word for that. You do
Right,
seem
is
quite the
there
agile
anybody-
folk.
Is there anybody else in the bar that has wandered in for the pre-dinner rush?
No, not yet. And that is because I'm not fully paying attention because I'm messaging someone still.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm
Damn
gonna
it,
go
Carl
take.
beat the arm wrestling thing. I wanted to arm wrestle the bartender.
Yep. Kara's gonna look to jump back across to the other table. We'll look at Tulip. We'll climb down off of the bar and walk back to their seat. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go take a nap, Tulip. When I wake up, let's go do that thing, okay?
DC?
Yeah, I said a thing. Did it not come through?
No.
I did
Oh,
not.
sorry. She'll just smile and say okay.
All right. Kara's gonna make their way to the room.
Nobody wants a rematch.
I mean, does he ask for one?
Yes, he does. You can see his arms back on the table. He's just like, that ended way too fucking quickly.
Tulip's
Well,
got some barbarian rage in them. Would Nugri recognize that?
It's cusping it because you can see the electricity that starts to form around him when he shifts into that state. You can definitely see it crackling on his shoulders. Like he wants that challenge again.
I'm not asking if Nugri is about to rage. I'm asking if he sees the rage in Centaria, being a barbarian.
I don't know.
Okay.
Is Centaria still raging? Or angry? That's for Cece to determine.
Centaria she's very pleased that she was able to beat Nugri the first time around, and seeing as Kara has left and Belladonna is not nearby, she's much calmer. Speaking of which, if you're sleeping,
It's not concentration.
okay.
And
Centaria will
However,
look at-
this arm wrestling would count as an attack.
Actually, yeah, you would
Well,
need to
then
make 2 concentration or saving throws because Nukri is Kara's ally.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So go ahead and make another saving throw.
Shimano?
Hmm?
You mean he
you're
another-
making us no. What?
You need to make a saving throw, net CC.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
me!
Yeah,
I'm
you're the
so
one being charmed.
This is confusing. Okay.
It's not concentration, so I don't need to make concentration checks.
I'm sorry. Oh my god! Can you roll 3 nat ones in a row? Is that normal?
Yeah.
I told you, the dice heard you give consent.
Alright, so.
Obviously, the dice don't understand that consent can be revoked at any time, so we need to have a talk with the dice afterwards.
Yeah. Centauri is just gonna kind of look at Nogri and be like, "What? You didn't believe my strength the first time?"
Just want a rematch. That ended too quick.
It ended too quickly because you weren't strong enough. And she'll prepare for a rematch. Alright, can I roll a 4th nat 1 in a row? Let's find out.
Let's find out.
It's the Emerald Cleaver all over again, folks.
Alright.
No, it's not. No, this is the curse of the Emerald Cleaver.
I only have 3 Emerald Cleaver, so.
In theory, you've
Okay, so
already
I'm gonna
rolled
do-
all 3 nat ones.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's the curse of the Emerald Cleaver.
Mellow.
Would I do another saving throw first or the athletics roll first?
Athletics first.
You know what? You don't have to roll high. That's another fucking 10 total.
Well, I got a 9.
9 total or 9 altogether? Or, like, initial roll?
Total.
Oof.
Man.
Well, I was
Oh,
gonna
wait,
use
I
it.
have another inspiration.
Oh. Yeah.
And I sent that inspiration before you guys rolled. I was trying to subtly point you guys to it
Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can.
because I think it's hilarious.
Alright, that brings me to a tie.
Alright, well,
I was about to say this is. I was going to say if you beat them, this is never going all right. I gotta confirm that wasn't a fucking fluke.
Alright.
Somewhat as Nugri had requested, you two don't initially, like, it doesn't immediately go either way. No, this time it is a lot more balanced, a lot more back and forth. You know, you're both trying to push down on the other one's hand, but neither of you are really giving away just yet. You can definitely tell, Nugri, that Centaria, despite being a relatively small frame, does have a good amount of strength behind those tiny arms. Go ahead and roll me again.
Okay. Wait, do I need to. Okay, I'll roll.
Oh yeah, actually,
Okay.
I guess roll me the concentration
The-
check first, or the saving throw first.
All right.
That is a
The
total
digital
of
dice
13.
are rigged.
Sorry, what was that, CC?
13 for the wisdom.
My DC is 16.
Ah, okay.
Mellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled
and then-
another fucking 10.
Well, third 10, and CC had
Ooh,
3 nat
alright.
ones.
That is a dirty 20 for my arm wrestling.
Also, we need that fun fact, CC.
Oh yeah, we do.
All right.
When Centaria was younger, her wings were not always this color. They became more green as she grew up.
Thank you, thank you.
So she went through wing puberty. Got it.
So after a few moments of a good back and forth between Tulip and Nugri, it seems like Nugri, for some reason, your strength is kind of giving away, though there doesn't seem to be any sort of magic involved whatsoever. No, it just seems like this fairy is, like, once again overpowering you in this arm wrestle contest, and not too long after you make this realization, does her hand pin yours down.
You see release your hand, crack his knuckles a little bit, and he just nods and goes,
I don't know if you spoke, but you might have cut out.
"Did it cut out?"
Hey, cut
Yeah.
out, yeah.
I said, all right. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I
That's a
can
little
hear
bit
you.
better.
Good. You're good.
Okay, so his hand laying there, he releases your hand, pulls it back, and you see him kind of crack his knuckles and rotate his arm a little bit, and just sees it, and him nod once more, going, as he's just going, okay, this wasn't in his head. So they didn't just get lucky. They actually do have some strength behind them. And he kind of looks up at the not his gaze looking down at us at his hand, but his eyes shifting up. Sorry, and he just kind of nods silently and goes, "All right, respect that."
Antaria will smile and say, what would she say? She would just say, thank you. Respect to you as well.
You train under. Basically asking, where'd you get your strength?
That is not a conversation for this moment. And she will walk away because she doesn't know how to mend tables. She's going back to her room.
I broke this man's table. I need to leave.
Do, 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 do.
You know what? I have a question. Are there any towels or plates nearby?
Or plates. Yeah, there's a few plates on one of the other tables that have kind of been set out, for the first people to sit.
Nuggery's gonna do them a solid. He's gonna put the plate for the hole.
Are you trying to do this stealthily?
I would like to try to do this stealthily.
Roll me sleight of hand.
Is it the fucking things I'm not proficient? Mellow, I am cursed.
What'd you get, a nat 20?
No, I got an 18 total, but I'm not proficient with sleight of fucking hand. Yet I'm proficient with athletics and shit. Oh yeah, we're gonna give you the lowest roll possible for your shit.
Well, with your tail, you're able to kind of like use it to slowly pick up one of the plates from behind you, and you just kind of slowly move it over to one of your clawed hands that you then place over kind of like the dent. Conveniently, right as the bartender like leaned down to try and pick something up off the ground is when you did it, so he didn't catch you in the act of doing so. What is
I'm
Nugri
gonna
doing?
very casually swap. I'm gonna very casually swap tables. So that when it's discovered,
It's
it'll
not
be
pinned
during the
on
dinner rush.
him.
No, it's during the dinner rush.
All right. Well, what is Nugri going to be doing afterwards? Now that he's like swapped tables and whatnot.
Everyone is left and everyone's disappearing, right?
Yeah, Nugri's the only one. Well, I guess Lyric is there technically too, but the only person that is present in the call that is left in the.
There is one other big buff individual in here that Nuggery has been wanting to
Oh no.
arm wrestle. So he's
Oh,
gonna
no.
walk over to the bartender.
All right. You walk on over to the bartender who has finally emerged after picking up what seems to be a couple of bottle caps on the ground.
Strong.
I mean, I think I'm pretty strong.
What's his elbow on the counter? I want to see how strong.
Oh my
You
god,
too,
I
huh?
totally forgot something I could have done for this. To sway the odds in my favor. God damn it.
Did you make another
Your
save?
wheel and roll ability, CC?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a straight strength check, Ghost, or do you want to do athletics?
I want athletics because fuck the odds.
Okay.
I have to. Okay, so I have. I figure out which one I have right now.
Hey, look, I finally rolled above a fucking 10 on my athletics.
What'd you get?
I rolled above it by 1. It's a 17.
Hey, that's what I got against the bartender.
The bartender got a 21.
So,
So I
I'm
don't.
not having a day.
No. I don't think it would lead to Nugri immediately losing. I think it would be a case of you two go ahead, you clasp hands. Only this time the bartender looks and actually like is looking at you as you guys are arm wrestling. It doesn't seem like he's fully pinned you yet, but he definitely has you like, pushed heavily down towards the table, but you still have another chance to, come back. Go ahead and make me another one. All
Did
right.
you say I should roll again for the wisdom?
Yeah, because I couldn't remember if you had rolled again for that last one.
No, you hadn't because you were doing the skill check first.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. I rolled a 3.
All
I'm not
right.
getting out of this.
I will. Time will let you
Yeah.
go. Go ahead,
It
Ghost.
is cursed. I'm officially cursed. It's back. It went down by 1 digit.
He got a dirty 20. He also went down by 1 digit.
Oh wait, I can do the thing that I keep forgetting about.
What's that?
What did you say your DC was again?
16.
Swana?
It's a 16.
Damn it! Nope, didn't make it. Now I have to mark one of these off.
All right. Well, this time Nugri, like, although you were putting up a relatively good fight, he did have you on the ropes, and he seems to easily take it this time. It's not like, oh, here, I'm just slamming your hand back into the table. No, it's just, all right, it presses down. He puts a little pressure on it, but then he just releases your hand, and he, like, picks up a rag to put over his shoulder.
How much does a drink here cost usually, Mello?
A drink here would normally cost, well, now I got to go open up my my Google Drive. Bing. Bing bing. Because they have like a section for alcohols and whatnot, depending on like the I guess status of the place. So for a drink, potions, in prices. Okay. For a good alcohol. Where is the alcohol? What the fuck? Oh, here it is. Okay. It would cost you roughly about 15 gold.
Give him 20
Okay.
extra as a sign of respect, and 15 because I did jack a bottle.
A bottle is a lot more than a cup.
I know, but Nugri
Okay.
does not know that.
Okay. That's a fair point.
Yeah, funnily enough, goodberry like a cup of goodberry wine alone is 10 gold.
Ooh.
And you had a bottle.
I'm trying to find the bottles for it, but it's like not showing up, which is weird. I probably just missed it, honestly, knowing me. But we'll just stick with that. So you're giving him what, a total of 35?
I said you said it was 15 for a cup, right?
Yeah, you did or okay, so you're not getting another drink, but you did like 15 and then the extra 5 as a sign of respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I respect you a little bit more now, other than just jack your shit. So here's the money I owe you for your drink. Here's 5 gold as a hey, thanks for the entertainment.
Okay. The way you had worded it made it seem like, okay, here's 20, 15 for what you said, and an extra 5 for that, and then here's an extra 15. So I thought you meant like, oh, here's 15 on top of that. I just
No,
misheard.
I'm not buying another fucking bottle. I drunk that shit.
Oh, okay. So you only gave him 20?
Yeah, only 20 gold.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that as well.
Yeah, no, it's just confusing all around. I made it worse. Everything's
To be fair, Ghost the person is not very good at wording shit.
It's
I mean, you're better than me when I try and explain shit, so.
The person is not good at wording shit, just like Samada.
There you go. All right, Mello. Like I said at the end of last session, Carl is going to take a short rest, not a long rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna lock the room so that they take a long rest.
She's not in her room.
Right, and Nugri share a room.
No, you guys got a single, remember?
I got retconned.
But everyone was sharing a room.
You see that
Yeah,
that got retconned. CC, you're right, but it got retconned, so you're no longer right.
What?
I vividly remember. So it was now I'm
You said you were gonna pair up with Kara, but then you only ordered a room with a single bed because you were planning to sleep
It's
in the car.
because Nugri would be sleeping on the Nugri would either be sleeping on the floor or doing patrols.
Okay. Alright.
So I'm forgetting what we did for rooms. Like I vividly remember that.
All right, Melody, you still messaging back with someone? Because we've kind of wrapped up our role play among
Just
ourselves. Good.
I am, but we can honestly so I see that what is Centaria doing? Like, is she just kind of using the outside table right there to do like keep reading, or?
Yeah, she peeked in the room and she saw that Orcus wasn't in there, and she's not gonna go looking for her, so she just is, and she doesn't want to like be caught in a dinner rush, so she's just gonna sit at a table outside, so that like whenever Orcus walks by, 'cause she doesn't know if she's like gone outside somewhere or, or wherever. So she's just gonna sit here and do some reading, and it's further from the door to the tavern anyway.
Okay. Um, Ghost, you said Nugri. What is Nugri going to be doing now?
This is a good question.
Do you think he'll be staying out for the dinner rush?
We'll be on patrols.
So yes. All right.
Yes.
And Kara or Smada, do you want to do the thing with Kara and Cece like next session?
Probably. It is kind of like we've been live for how long? 3 hours or so.
Just short of it. 2 hours and 46 minutes.
I mean,
I don't mind.
if CC's up to doing it tonight, so we don't like start the session with just two characters doing something by themselves.
Okay. CC, is that what you want to do, or would you rather wait to do it next session?
That's fine with me. Yeah.
All right. Are you guys? So you're taking a short rest. Are you planning on going out within the middle of the night?
Well, short rest is like an hour, right?
I think of it to be anywhere between 1 to 4 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
I will say if you take too many short rests and not a single long rest in between, I will give you a point of exhaustion.
I know.
Unless you're an elf.
Well, there's other races besides elves, but yeah, that general rule. Like, unless you have, some way that says like, oh, your long rest only lasts this amount of time, then for me the short rest would be calculated a bit down more.
As soon as I knew the weakness of the flesh, I embraced the certainty of metal. Warforged, let's go. No sleep.
All right. So I do have to tell you, my stealth is either gonna be like a 2 or 20. Don't know which.
So yeah, no, I'm taking a short rest. So however long that ends up being, CC's thing will definitely have worn off by then if something happens. CC.
I will definitely have said, an hour and a half has passed. The spell will wear off because it only lasts for an hour. It doesn't restart the time every time you fail the saving throw.
Cut my light into pieces.
So the spell would have dropped CC probably 30 minutes after you sat down.
Okay. She's kind of gonna like feel something and like look around like, oh, I did agree to that, and then just keep reading.
After
Dang, yeah.
after roughly an hour and a half has passed, I will say if that's when you want Kara to wake up, Smada, you can.
Yeah. Cat stretch. Yeah.
Ghost, were you serious about locking the door so Kara stays in there and sleeps longer, or?
Flip a coin.
Tails.
No, I was not serious. Sadness, it would have been funny.
Okay.
I would have just picked the lock, probably.
Kara, you go ahead, you exit out. You can see Centaria is at a table just not too far away from your door. What is Centaria doing?
Reading. She's reading.
Is this one of the books that has their title and stuff covered by brown paper?
Yep.
You quickly hide the book shamefully as Car opens their door?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, morning.
Did you take a nap?
Yeah, I said I was taking a nap.
Makes sense. I was just doing some reading on the different planes there are in this universe. Really
That's a
interesting.
big word. Well, you said you wanted to come along. So, sun's down by now, right? Yeah. I poke my head back in the room to look out the window. Mello, is the sun down yet?
It's not fully down, but it is definitely more like dusk time, where like it's starting to get darker in the sky, but it's not like full like night yet. It's more
good
like
enough.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock around that area.
Well, you ready to go?
Yeah, let me just stash my books back in my room. And we'll just like, whoa, cancel. Clicked on something weird. And she'll.
Important question, though. Is Orcus back in the room yet?
No.
No,
Interesting.
it doesn't look like it. Centauri will lock the door because she knows Orcus has a key of her own.
Car did
And
not lock the door.
I don't think Centauri noticed. And she'll
I'm not even
As-
sure Car closed the door.
As you two kind of leave the hallway where the rooms are, you do see that there is a good number of patrons. I ain't adding all those tokens. Fuck that shit. That's gonna take forever. But there is a good number of patrons within the tavern. It does look like dinner rushes finally came. There's a good amount of people sitting at the bar talking either to each other or to the bar person. You can see that there's actually a second bar person besides the orc himself. I believe they were here when you guys first initially showed up. Who initially came in to get the keys for the rooms?
That was me.
So you will see the same blue slime person that you saw when you first got keys to the rooms a few days ago, helping out the half orc behind the bar. getting whatever it is he's calling out for and talking to a couple of patrons here and there. There's a good number of folks sitting around at the different tables and just kind of standing about, mulling around, conversating with one another. It doesn't seem like there's like a whole lot of ruckus so much that would have woken up Kara or anything. Like they're generally like while loud, not being obnoxiously loud.
Does the blue slime see me?
If you do anything to make yourself seen, maybe, but they are generally focused on the patrons they're serving.
I think Centauri will start to wave and then be like, wait a minute, I think this is a stealth mission. She'll like put her hand back down.
Okay, then she will not see you.
Okay.
All right, and you two go ahead and leave.
Yeah.
All right, you two leave out of the tavern. It is, like I said, more dusk starting to turn into night, so there's not as many people mulling about the streets and, going wherever they need to go. Mostly because mostly everyone is home already. So, you have relatively open roads. There is still going to be people out and about, but it's not going to be crowded, jam packed.
Okay.
Right. In the darkness, you see Kara's form shimmer a tiny bit, and her skin turns a tiny bit a shade darker than her normal bright, uh, healthy hue. And then she's gonna turn back to Tulip. Remember, no light.
Oh wait, got it.
Right. And Kara's gonna take off into the alleyway and meet up with all the try and find all the people that she made arrangements with last night.
Put on dark mode.
Centaria, you follow?
Yeah.
All right.
The cape is putting off dun 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 dun.
All right. Well, the first few people you find, they don't report having seen much of anything. However, as you start to, kind of go through the different corridors, talking to the people who are a bit further out from like this tavern and individuals who are like closer maybe to the other districts surrounding this one, they do start to report like, oh yeah, I saw that guy. Yeah. Um, I think I saw him trying to get into one of the buildings earlier. Yeah. Don't look like the building was open or anything. They were just kind of going through the windows and stuff, or some of them were going through like the roofs and going down like the weird little brick ceilings that they got.
Interesting. To anyone that has any action, like any information at all, Kara hands over a little bag with a day's rations in it.
Okay.
So, and this is about the bounty hunter specifically, right?
Was
You
that
assume
stated
so?
too?
I'm gonna whisper that to Kara, like, we're asking about the bounty hunters, right?
Among other things, yeah. I just asked them for news and to keep an eye out for those people.
For the bounty hunters?
Yeah, the people that were following us.
Okay.
Here, Kara's gonna hand you 10 rations. You for you to give out to anyone that you think has good information.
I don't know who you've talked to previously before or not.
I don't know, just when we're going around, if you think if I don't give
Okay.
them food and you think that their information is worth something, we gotta pay these people.
Okay. Got it.
She immediately turns around, just like starts feeding the other people that Yorkie talks. Continuing on, you get kind of the same general sense. Like they reported, the end of, just some regular mullings around town that don't really concern you. But when it comes to information about the three bounty hunters, you do hear, here and there that, oh yeah, we saw someone kind of fitting that description. Apparently the guards were looking for someone with a vaguely similar shape and physique. Is something about them breaking into this one store over here and this one little shop over there. One of them confirms, like, yeah, one of them actually just a bit earlier today went all the way down to like an herbalist shop way down south to go pick up something.
Something else I'm asking about, uh, in case, for the Drusari guard unit, if they have any information about what they're dealing with.
About what the guards are dealing with.
Yeah, they're just Drusari, Jerry.
Jerry, yeah, they like
Yeah,
what Jerry specifically is dealing with.
not necessarily Jerry, but Jerry's company, the Jerry's unit.
Oh yeah, they could easily tell you, like, yeah, that that platoon have been focusing around their district and the shops that have been raided, checking in, uh hearing out what people say they saw and whatnot.
So it seems the bounty hunters are the ones that are also behind these break-ins?
Could be.
Seem very
Doesn't have to be.
guild-like of them.
As you guys are kind of like circling back around, I imagine you went to a good amount of a couple of NPCs in a weird circular motion. So like there's some around like behind the buildings that you guys are staying in, and then a couple in like across the street from the buildings around there and stuff.
I
Um,
would not describe it as a sensible path though. I would it's you ever see those like circus kid strips in the newspapers where
Oh, the
it's
dotted lines.
the dotted line comic strip?
I'll nod my
Does
head and
anybody
say
besides
yes.
CC know what I'm talking about?
No. Are you talking like Scooby Doo esque, where they're all running indoors and they come out like a completely different door and they're going all mismatched different ways, no cohesive pattern?
Here, let me send you this.
Oh yeah.
That works too.
So yes, exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Why'd you not say yes?
Because you didn't just you described it as circular, and this is nothing but
No, I'm
circular.
saying what about the Scooby Doo bit is what I'm saying. Like, why didn't you say yes to that?
Okay. I don't have those. I don't have a mental image of Scooby Doo having the dotted line, so it didn't quite connect.
Well, I'm more so talking about when, like, oh, they're being chased by the monster and they're going through
Uh,
all these different doors and there's like a bunch of doors in the hallway.
okay. I didn't hear that part of the doors. Okay. I would have said yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. So as you guys are circling around, you're going to the different places you hit almost in the same pattern as you did yesterday. You do hear one interesting report. Um, someone had caught them kind of like changing, almost like they were getting into some form of disguise, though they couldn't make out what the disguise was. They were clearly disguising themselves. Uh, they did this roughly a few hours ago, so not like immediately just happened, but like it did happen somewhat recently. But other than that, that's kind of all you're able to gain from what people have said.
Then once Kara has hit up all the people, how much food would you say Kara gave out?
Like 8
8?
portions, 8 rations,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Um, Kara's gonna go and try and find the brick building that was first mentioned that it said that someone was trying to break into,
Okay.
and
Sometimes
just
just like, where are we going?
see.
Okay.
Don't wanna? The car is gonna stop themselves as they say that.
Wait, what did they say?
Exactly.
What? I
But
just heard
Car,
donut.
yeah, Kara said, "If you don't want it," and then stopped themselves.
No, I'm here for it. I was just curious.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. We're gonna go check out the places that we were told about. Get our own eyes perspective on.
Hey,
And, basically, again, Kara's gonna stay up all night, going around Mellow. So don't know how you want to handle that. Or if CC Tulip would get at any point tired and want to leave, but that is this kind of status quo unless something else changes.
do you think Tulip would get tired at some point and just be like, I need to go to sleep?
Okay, I can handle the rest of it.
I'll meet you back at the tavern and she'll hand back any rations she still has.
Which are how many?
2.
Okay.
And then she's gonna like sort of pull him aside kind of into like a where is it?
Cove, alley, corner, nook.
Thank you, nook. Like a little nook. And she's gonna stand in the nook and she's gonna be like, okay, I know I promised no lights, but this is very, very quick. And she's gonna cast guidance on Kara. Scurry off back to the inn, the tavern.
Very quickly, CC, can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
I mean, I can, yeah. That's a 12.
Okay. Well, we are going to leave it off there. Tulip, as you get back into the tavern, you stretch. Sorry. You get back to the tavern. You turn. You start heading to go to the rooms, and you feel like this whoosh for a second, almost like something rushed past you. But you don't really think anything of it, and that is before. Let me double check something. Because I want to make sure I don't do any shenanigans just in case. Excuse me. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, you feel what you get the sensation of almost gas going into your nostrils for the briefest of seconds before Tulip, you are completely knocked out cold. And that is where we're going to call it. Thank you, you four, technically five, for joining me for session today. We will pick this back up next week on Saturday.
Damn, I should have used that guidance on myself. Oh, wait. I have a thing I can do that I forgot.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it'll help. May I still try?
What is it you're trying to do?
I can roll a d. I have the cosmic omen, so I can roll a d6 to like a saving throw.
Oh, is that for like one of your druid abilities?
It is.
Um,
Yes, it says a star druid, you have Cosmic Omen.
whenever you finish, you gain a special reaction based on the die roll. Whenever a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is about to make an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check. It wouldn't work against this.
Does it not include myself?
When a creature, because it needs to be a creature you can see is about to.
But I can see myself.
There was no mirror in the room.
Well, okay.
I can
I'll
see
I'll I'll
myself.
I'll Google it just to double check. Just in case, for you.
Okay.
Cosmic Omen on self. All right, let's see, because that does make sense what you're saying. Um.
I'm seeing yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay. What did I got a 12, right?
You had gotten a
So
12.
add 5 to that, so that's 17.
That actually still would not be enough.
No. Okay.
It's close though. It is close.
If only someone had given you inspiration.
Yep.
Yep.
Nope.
So
Sorry, I'm broke. I redeemed 3 inspirations for today. What do you want from me?
me sitting here with unlimited. Oof.
Wow.
I can't give them out. That's cheating. Anywho, thank you all for coming to today's session. We will see you all next week. I will see most of you guys. Actually, no. We'll see some of you on Tuesday, some of you on Wednesday for the Tuesday game and the Wednesday game.
Sounds good. Thank you for the session.
Of course, say whatever you want, to chat.
Mello still has not set up his throne, and you can find it. I believe in you.
All right, well, we will catch you all later. Have a good one.
Wait, Mello, we should raid someone.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.